How's it going, gamers? Welcome back to another episode of the Land Birches. Last episode, we went out on a little journey. We went on a little journey across the sea via portals this time instead of just using boats like a normal person. I screwed up the portal linking a ton. I got the position where the portal was going to come out on the other side wrong multiple times in multiple dimensions. So yeah, eventually we got that all figured out and everything. And here we are now. So what we're gonna do is on our little jungle island we discovered, as I mentioned, we're gonna try building a base there. And not like a super huge crazy base like this one. Like, it's not gonna have much on it. Maybe like a few things at most. Maybe a small storage area, not nearly as big or as deep as this one. But like a small outpost base, pretty much. We're gonna get started on that today. But obviously I cannot do it with this inventory right here. So we're gonna fix that. And yeah, put all this stuff away pretty much. And then we're gonna head right back on over to do some terraforming. Because obviously we cannot work with an island that's like that. It's very hilly over there, okay? It's like mountains everywhere, like tiny hills. Like not crazy big mountains, but like the terrain's definitely far from flat over there. And boy, are we going to need a big inventory for terraforming, because there's gonna be a lot of blocks over there we gotta mine. And a lot of blocks we gotta place. What I'm gonna do pretty much when we terraform this is that we're gonna find like an average height of the terrain, and then that's basically where we flatten it. That's pretty much where we have the flat surface, but that might be a little tough. It's not gonna be something like where I'm gonna do a mathematical equation like a freaking nerd to figure that out. We're literally just gonna eyeball it and see which's most comfortable for us, pretty much. Anyways, with the help of portal technology, we can whip right across the ocean, right roughly in that direction is the island, like a couple thousand blocks. And it's super crazy fast. And that over there is our other portal. And now that we're here on the other side, I think the smartest idea actually would probably to make the terrain the height of the bottom of the portal right here. So pretty much this layer right here will be spread all the way across. And we're gonna get rid of that hill over there along with all of this right here. So it's gonna be, I think, a lot more digging than placing. But luckily, the shovel here can help us with that. We can insta-mine right through all this stuff. And actually, it's not too bad on this side. It's relatively flat over here, although not really compared to the rest of the island. But hey, it's a plus, a very small little plus. A very small little plus that you know I just need to talk about. Now, this side of the island right here, this height difference from here to here, this is actually going to be probably like one of the highest terraforming jobs I've ever done. At least in like a long time, if not ever. And we're also gonna have a lot of stone to replace on the bottom too from doing this. As well as stone to like mine away, which is gonna take a little bit longer than the dirt because we can't insta-mine that stuff. Not with the pickaxe we have right now. We don't have very much haste on us from a beacon. Alright, and after mining all that, this is what it looks like. Our inventory's full, so we got a hole here we can fill in, that's for sure. We can use all the dirt we mined. I'm not going to use any of the stone, because that's probably more valuable for other things, to be honest with you. And I would say now, it's really starting to come together. We have this whole flat surface right here that I really like, and it's definitely going to be absolutely amazing for building. And since we have all these seeds in our inventory right now, our hotbar, I'm just going to till some ground right down here. This is obviously not going to be a permanent farm, but I think it would be helpful to have like a small farm here, so that way we don't have to transfer a whole bunch of stuff over from the other base, as quick as that will be. So that is the unofficial first farm of this outpost. After placing the last two dirt blocks, this is what we have right here. It's very flat, it's very plain, but that's good for building's sake, really. In the future, we might be able to bring up this little area right here, but that isn't really too important. There's a guy in the water throwing tridents up here. How dare you? Get out of here. Let's see, will you drop the trident? No trident. Okay. Now with that pretty much basic step out of the way, we can move on to the actual building of the place, which is going to require a little bit of things from the main base over here, obviously. We need some building materials. I'm gonna get them. Alright, so here we are in the storage room. We're just gonna look through here, see what materials we have, because quite frankly, I do not have this planned out whatsoever. One thing for sure, though, is that I think we're going to be taking some cobblestone. We can do some spruce logs, too, but will that go with the theme of the island? Because you know how the island's warm, it's humid in a jungle, and that's not really the case in a taiga biome, which is where these came from. Or I think I actually bought a spruce sapling from a wandering trader a long time ago and just farmed it to get these, so. But you know what I mean. Spruce logs, they come from the taiga biome, but here we go, right here. Birch logs, a tad bit more like it. We also got a bee nest in here too. That's cool. Alright, so this is the final selection right here. We got the birch logs, we got the cobblestone, we got the orange terracotta, we got a little bit of glass so that way we can add some windows. And I just realized it might be mildly helpful, at least, to bring along some light sources too. So we'll take these lanterns right here, we'll take some sticks, we'll take some charcoal. Now it's time to go through a portal. And through another portal. Now at the portal right here on the overworld side and the rest of the island right here, we're going to definitely put the house over here, but I'd kind of like to line up a path that, you know, actually looks kind of good here. And I'm having a little bit of trouble doing that right now, that's the thing. But I think we're gonna put the house right here, pretty much. I'm not really going for anything too crazy here, it's gonna be relatively small. This is the area we're working with right here. Now what we're gonna try to do here is we're going to put cobblestone around the door, like on the wall here, and on the corners here. And in the middle, we're gonna try something a little different here. And I'm gonna see if it looks good because I'm really just diving right into this. Anyways, we're gonna do some birch logs now on these sides right here. And then we're gonna strip them too. And then we're gonna use a little bit of birch planks on the bottom here, which is gonna be like right below where the window's gonna be at. And then we'll make ourselves some glass panes, put on in those windows. Now where do we want to go from here? I'm not really sure, to be honest. But I think if we just keep it at like 3 blocks tall inside the actual building itself, I think that would, like, I don't know, wouldn't make it very special compared to all the other buildings we've done. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna extend the cobblestone 3 layers upward, as well as the birch logs too. And now at the layer just above the windows right there, we're going to put even more logs that run like this, pretty much. So it's going to be like right on top of them, a little something like that right down there. That's the best zoom I could do for you. This is actually a technique I've used with multiple other builds recently. And I really would like to test to see, you know, if it looks good here with what we're doing. Because I didn't usually do what I did with the cobblestone in those builds. But I think so far it's looking pretty good. It's looking promising. And then on top of those layers we just did, we're going to add more glass panes. And now that we're on the tippity top layer of the house, we're going to add a whole bunch of birch planks. And what I plan is this will be part of the roof. But not the whole thing. We're going to do like some parts out of cobblestone too to match these areas. And now with all that in place, we have 4 holes right near the cobblestone, so I'm just going to patch that up. And now this is going to be the outer roof that we're going to work on, so I'm going to craft up a couple stairs here out of cobblestone. That's all the cobblestone in place right there. We actually had just enough with only 1 left over here. And I kind of didn't want to go back to the main base, like way over there, and get even more supplies, because that would honestly be annoying. But now I think it should be easy breathing, because we have a lot of birch logs here to work with. So you can just put in all the stairs here, align my cursor in the proper space. Now with all that in place, the roof is done. Let's see how it looks. Oh my god, I think it looks pretty good. See the back side too. Oh, that looks amazing. I love this. I actually cooked with this one right here, except for this staircase. Now it's truly complete. But look at this right here. I always love it when the build comes out exactly as I want it. And the lighting situation inside is actually pretty taken care of right now. We have torches all over the walls, and we have places to put them on the walls, because I think if we just made the walls out of one material, which is something like a lot of my builds suffer from, is just one material on the wall. It doesn't really look like there's a proper way to like put the torches on, so it's like there's no designated place. But this right here, the birch wood right here going up and down, and how that's unique to like one layer right here, I think that really gives you like a sense of where the torches are supposed to go. It makes it like, you know, have a pattern almost. Now the only thing left to do is put a door on the house. There we go. It's officially a house now. Or is it? Because there's no furniture inside. Worst of all, there's no bed or a crafting table in here. Looking at the roof here, it is a little bit dark up there, so I am just gonna fix that. There we go. Do you think that would actually be better if I did like a fence across the roof right there? I love how I just put down a crafting table despite there one being right there. But anyways, if I just did some fences right across the roof right there, would it look good? Like a little something we did with the melon farm and how we lit that up. I think it would, personally, because it connects directly up with that right there. Personally, I think it looks a little bit low to the ground, so let's try going 1 layer up with this. There we go. I think that looks a lot better. Now I'm just going to draw a quick path in the ground here from the portal on over to the house. And there we go. I don't think it looks too shabby, except for this one little part right here. There we go. Now I think it looks really good. And to help prepare for what we're gonna do next, we're gonna do a little bit of terraforming on the desert nether side right here. We're also gonna release some animals too from this little ravine right here, I guess. It's the ravine that actually connects like to that deep underground area that we explored like months ago. It might be. I think it is actually. I do see a little something right there that looks like a cave. But I don't see the other ravine anywhere that collides with. I don't know. Maybe it's farther in that direction. All the ravines, like, prior to 1.18 look the same here. Not really so sure what we're gonna do with this cave right here. This is very deep and it's gonna take a lot of blocks to fill in. So I think we might just have to build a bridge right on over it. But is that really worth it though? Because we do have this other region right here that we could easily fill in. I think we'll fill in this area right here actually. So now with that hill pushed back, I think this area is somewhat ready for what we're gonna do next here, which is pretty much going to be building a structure around this portal, like how we did with the other portal over there, to protect it. Alright, so I just got back from the overworld. We've got all of this right here. This is what we're gonna be using to build our little structure over there for our portal. I know that the blazes are gone, but I think we're gonna use a whole lot of stone type blocks with this. Really sort of like in memory of all that. You know, in case there's like secret lore to this data pack that the blazes might return one day. So yeah, we're gonna prevent that, even though that's kind of impossible because I'm the one who actually owns this data pack. You can go download it down in the description if you'd like, or not. The decision is really in your hands, really, I guess. Now it's time to build ourselves some layers. And fix some measurements too while we're at it, because this is not symmetrical right here whatsoever. Like, ew, disgusting. We need symmetry. So we're pretty much gonna have the foundation and the walls out of this thing made out of cobblestone, and we're gonna do the floor out of polished diorite. Originally I was gonna do granite, but I feel like that would, like, I don't know, look a little bit similar to something else we've built in the past, something else that, you know, is kind of a little bit iconic, at least in my opinion, you know. So if you couldn't already tell, this right here is going to be our entrance. You're pretty much just gonna walk right on in, the portal will be right in front of you. Maybe we'll put some chests right here in the future for like supplies and everything, but this is gonna be a pretty simple building. Now with all the walls in place right here, it's time to start building up the roof, which is going to be made out of cobblestone and acacia stairs right here. And this roof is actually going to be a little bit different because we're not going to wrap it around the whole place right here. So the roof, it'll just be on this side right here, and then the two sides, so that side and this side will just collide really. You'll see in a minute, don't worry. I'm not really the best at explaining roofs of all things. But I think this is more like a traditional Minecraft roof you'd see. And now that's the acacia part of the roof gone in. Now we're just gonna waste some cobblestone by using a crafting table instead of a stone cutter to make ourselves some cobblestone stairs. Probably made more than I needed. Well, actually, maybe not. Because if we have 6 over here, there's actually gonna be more than 6 too, because we gotta do like the other part of the roof. It's below this. So never mind that. Screw that thought. Scrap that. Scratch that. Whatever. Alright, that's the first part of the cobblestone part of the roof done. This is kind of what I'm going for right here. It does look a little bit plain on this side, though. What can we do? What can we do? I can't think of anything right now. Let's just do the other side. And there we go. It's officially complete, mostly. We still gotta add the windows. This is what it's looking like on the front here, except minus this right here. So that's what we've got. I think really the only thing I'm gonna change is just the windows right here. We're gonna make those a little bit less tall. And of course, we're gonna fill them in, too. Might be a little bit helpful. And add the doors in the front. And realize I didn't bring any torches. Is there any coal in this cave right here? I wonder if there is. I would sincerely hope there is, but I might have mined this out a long time ago. I guess the only reasonable thing to do is to go deeper, unless it's too dark. Yeah, not worth it. I'm leaving. What about in here, this little cave right here? This is actually pretty close to the surface. Ooh, we found iron! We'll take that, that's for sure. Don't mind if I do. But unfortunately, I do not see anything that looks like coal in here, which is a big major oof. Alright, here we have a ravine. And in this ravine, there should be coal. I don't see why there wouldn't be. I say there's a pretty high probability that there is. But I can't see it from up here, and we don't have a water bucket, which is a little bit of a problem. How am I going to avoid going to the overworld now? There's also a cat down here. That's probably from the village, actually. I don't know how it wandered all the way over here without realizing it's a little bit far away from the town, but, hey, that's cool. I guess there's some coal, but we can't get to it. Or can we? I'm gonna break a rule of Minecraft real quick. I'm gonna dig down. straight in a line. That's actually pretty dangerous, right next to the ravine. But yes, here's the stuff. Here's the goody good stuff. Actually a very big vein. And now we can just tower on out of here like it never happened. And now we have a grand total of 16 torches, which is pretty nice. I think that's pretty good for lighting the inside of this small little house we've built here. If you can even call it a house. I think it feels more like a shed. Also, this skeleton has the moves with dodging. Why can't I just hit this guy? Alright. Alright, so we can go on in here, and the portal is providing a little bit of the light. What we can do here, actually, is I did mention we'd put the chests here, and I don't want chests just piled in front of the window. I don't think that would make much sense, so we'll just do a line of cobblestone right there, and then at the top, we'll just put 2 torches, which is far more than we need for this structure. We can also do some torches outside, because why not? And yeah, there we go. It's complete with the creeper and everything. It's coming towards me that I should probably deal with. There we go. Now going back into the overworld, it looks like we had a panicking villager here for a second. There was a zombie siege. I see some rotten flesh right here. That's cool. Thank goodness the iron golems were able to take care of that. That would not have been good if it killed my entire village. But really, I think security around here is pretty good. I mean, look at all these dudes just standing around here. Alright, after putting all my stuff away and throwing the iron we found into a blast furnace, or a regular furnace, we don't have any blast furnaces in there. What we're going to do next is something pretty simple. Something that's really kind of essential for a Minecraft house. We're going to make ourselves a bed for that island outpost we just made. Now, I am wondering if we have any green dye stashed away in here anywhere. I don't think we do, but I do know where we can get some, and that would be from the cacti in the desert nether. Because I'd like to turn this thing green. Because that's the color of the jungle. Alright, I couldn't find anything, so we're just gonna go destroy a cactus real quick. And I reckon we'll only need to be punching the top of this thing right here for our dye, which I'll just plunk right on in here. Now I just remembered that that's not how you do it. You need a furnace to do this. I haven't made green dye in a long time, or my brain just didn't work there. Alright, now that that's done, we've got our green dye, and we have our green bed. To my left, I hear a noise, a very interesting noise. It appears that we have some visitors to our pumpkin patch over here. I'm just gonna leave them alone, because quite frankly, I don't feel like doing a raid right now. But hopefully they'll just go away. Hopefully they won't break too many of the vines in there. Alright, and going on back to our lonesome little island right here. We can place down the bed, and I think we can officially call this place a house, which is pretty nice. Not gonna lie, it's our little home away from home. And how's the farm doing down there? It's looking pretty good. Our 4 crops of wheat down there. Anyways, that just about wraps it up for this video. Hope you enjoyed. Feel free to join my Discord, link in description. It's pretty cool there. We got some pretty cool people in there. You can request videos and do other things. It's pretty epic. But yeah, anyways, that's all I really got for you today. Like, comment, and subscribe.